Hey guys, it's Jentrey here on the SHERO Show, take two. I am waiting for my dear friends to join me. We've got some exciting things to share with you, and hopefully you can find us here and they can find us. Awesome. Okay, I see Raju. I'm waiting for my dear friend Sarah. Hey Michelle, thanks for joining. So I am waiting for my interview guest to jump on with me today. And I guess while I'm waiting for her to find us, so hopefully Sarah is coming on. Hello, Mohammed. So Sarah and I just met actually this last week through a mutual friend, Lisa Sharp. Hopefully you're on here too with us. And she's the founder of Seeds of Exchange. And this last week, they have been creating these amazing connections with people all over the world to really gain some awareness and create some conversations around some big issues that are really a world issue. But there's been a focus with our friends from Nepal. So we are going to be, are you with us? I don't see Sarah here yet, but while we're waiting. So her community, Seeds of Exchange, a little bit about her and what she's doing. So it's a community of everyday change makers. She wants to ignite people to live the life they were born to live. It's awesome. Help build their tribe and fiercely commit to the well-being of those dear and far. I love how she phrases that. And after we hear from her, we're also going to be hearing from our friend Raju Sundas. I don't know if I'm saying his last name very well, but he is the founder of the Lighthouse Foundation in Nepal. And he runs the largest children's NGO taking care of children in Nepal, focusing on human trafficking, prevention, rescue, and rehabilitation. And then after him, we will hear from Hanna Badi. And she is one of the first of those that have been rescued by Raju. Oh, there's Sarah. Okay, here we go. I'm going to invite Sarah to join me. So Hanna is the first woman in her people group to attend college and has a big dream of being the first woman Prime Minister of Nepal. That's pretty amazing. Hopefully, no answer from Sarah. Where are you? I'm inviting her to go live. It's not wanting to let her on. Sarah, I am summoning you. You are being called. Hopefully she's... Oh, there she is. Yay!
Oh, hi, Susanna. Thank you for tech support. Hi, Jentrey.
Hey! All right, let's see if I can move this back over. Here we go. Okay. Awesome. Oh, you're both on. Well, perfect. That works even better. Okay. So I just gave you guys a little intro, just sharing a little bit of what each of you are doing, how we came to meet, and just what this is all about. So Sarah, do you want to tell us a little bit? Oh, and there is Hanna. We're all squeezing in nice and cozy. And I feel like I'm way too close to my camera, but I'm using my ring light. So that's that. We're making it work. Okay, so Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about what Seeds of Exchange is and really how this whole conversation came to be? Like, how did you get involved with Raju and what he's doing? And just tell us a little bit about what you're doing and the conversations that we've been having this week.
Sure. Will you tell us if you can hear me okay?
Yes, you sound great.
All right, great. We will take off our mics we were going to use. Raju, you can skip that. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Davison-Tracy. And... Sure. Will you tell us if hang on, just one sec. Okay? Yes. Hang on, we're going to turn down our volume. Hey, thanks for letting us learn in front of you, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Sarah Davison-Tracy, and I started Seeds of Exchange about 10 years ago. And our passion and vision is to bring people together to be change makers and to live out these gifts and these passions that we have, and sometimes to discover them, sometimes to believe we have them. And once we are committed to at least the journey of that, to really work together as a tribe, as a community, to find ways to collaborate, find ways to share, find ways to make an impact, find ways to journey together. And so we believe in the midst of that tribe piece and the gifting piece that there's always a connection with the deep commitment to the well-being of those near and far, and finding ways that our gifts and our passions can really benefit us on a very small local level, and very often in breathtaking ways on a global level. And that's part of the fun, is to say, how can we join each other, and how can we live this life and light it up together?
I love it. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about this experience that we've all been kind of embracing this last week. So how did you come across Raju and what he's doing to make change in the world? And it's just been awesome to be a part of. I was a part of 2 of your meetings that you had, both on and offline. So tell us a little bit about that and kind of what you're doing with Raju.
Well, the thing I want to say first of all is it started very simply. That's been one of our themes that Raju has been talking about a lot this week. Really trusting and looking for simple and small ways that we can play and step and leap in life. So my very small step was 2 years ago. A good friend of mine made a film about Raju and the people group called the Badi, B-A-D-I. It's a people group in Nepal that Raju and Hanna will tell us more about. But I had the incredible honor of hosting them 2 years ago when they came to Denver on a global film tour. And I just kind of was like, I love bringing people together, and I love movies, and I love stories, and I love issues around voice and human rights. So I just kind of said yes to that, and it set this incredible thing beyond my wildest dreams in motion of really falling in love and finding deep sense of not friendship, of family with these people that are now part of my heart. And so when they came back here to Denver a couple days ago, we decided, when we were talking with them about how we could support their time in Denver, they were just like, we want to talk with people and share our stories and build connection and build community. So we created this Seeds Changemaker series really around their journey here, around their days here. So over 4 days, we've had 9 events.
That's amazing.
Yes. And this live stream is our final. Actually, this makes 10. This is double digit. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah.
And so within that, because they are incredibly, Raju just saw a friend of his hop on Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Hey, so, awesome.
Yeah. So Jentrey, the thing about this is we, in the midst of this community, there's so many amazing people doing incredible things. So what we did was, for the series, we invited friends of ours that are also doing work in human trafficking, locally, nationally, internationally. We invited friends that are using their business as mission and using their business to impact and build really incredible conversations and impact in the world. And so we had changemaker storytellers join each of our events. We've had anywhere from 4 to 9 storytellers at these events. And just in little 5-10 minute snippets, they've been able to share their passion, their gifting, weave in invitations to action, so we can not just be talking, because that's super important. Conversation and connection is
definitely
really important to us. But you can't just stay in these cozy little homes and circles, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to hear about something like human trafficking and then leave feeling totally incapacitated to do anything. It feels really amazing to have partners that say, wow, this breaks your heart, right? So what are we going to do together? So we always have a circle between conversation and action.
Well, and I love that too, because that's how this happened. This happening right now.
Yes.
Just being open to, okay, what can we do? What can we do to bring this to more awareness on a bigger scale? And here we are. It's pretty awesome. Yes. I love it. So Raju, you and your wife's not sitting next to you. That's Hanna, who is part of what you have built with your amazing work. But maybe tell us how you just got started with really stepping into action with fighting human trafficking, and just tell us your story.
Yes. So I'm Raju Sundas. I come from Nepal. 15 years ago, I watched a documentary about Badi people, and that's how I came to know this people group for the first time in my life. Mm-hmm. And when I came to know that we have a special people group called Badi, whose primary profession is prostitution, and that has really captures my heart, my mind, my souls, and I was shocked. But during those days, I didn't have any resources in my hand, but I kept that dream in my heart. And 9 years ago, for the first time, I went to that particular village where Hanna was residing, and she's the first girl that I met in that village. And when I went there, when I saw the condition, I mean, nothing had changed. Everything is same. Mm-hmm. And in my heart, when I came to know that their primary profession is prostitution, and young girls like Hanna, is in that village is unsafe. And I shared this burden to some of my friends, and then we began to raise money. And 9 years ago, for the first time in the history, that we rescued 34 girls out of that village, and Hanna is one of them. And she is the first girl to go to college from that village in the entire history of Nepal. Today, Hanna's sister is studying bachelor degree in hotel management. Another sister is studying, to become a flight attendant. And another guy from that village is studying bachelor degree under American program. And all these 34 girls, is out of the 3 girls, and in the entire history of Nepalese community are studying nurse program. And with that 34 girls, our work grew with 680 children. We are the largest organization working among the children, among the Badi people. And I have seen a huge transformation in the life of girls, in their community. And today, 80% of the human trafficking in that particular village has completely come to an end.
Wow. How many years have you been working with these women and children that you have been working with?
8 years.
8 years. Wow. That's incredible. I just get goosebumps every time I hear you share. It's definitely one of those topics that we want to create awareness around, but we don't want to traumatize people, and we want to call people to action. And we really want it to come from a space of hope, right? Creating hope, really for everyone, because this is a worldwide issue. And what are some of the ways that you are really putting feet on the ground, from, taking them out of the situation and helping them put them into the possibility of, what you've created for some of these girls to get a degree and go create a life for themselves? How are you able to make that happen?
We have three kinds of layers in our work, level in our work. One is infant. We work among the babies, like child is being born in brothel or throwaways babies. And for that purpose, we have started Miriam Baby Center. And for rescue girl, we have called half a house where this girl is being brought in that place. And then we do counseling, we have skill program, and for other preventive, program through which, because, in human trafficking, in prevention is the best medicine, because we can provide education before their soul damage. And through preventive program, we have education. We have our own schools. We have 8 hostels in Kathmandu. So, we in the beginning, in early days, when I started my work, I never thought that I would start a school. I would start skill program, those kinds of things. As we started our work and the need, arises in the process, then we have to start everything. So we have now microfinances. We have life skill program. We have a farming program, because all people cannot become doctors. All girls cannot become nurse. And sometimes people have deficiency as they progress in education. So we have all kinds of program to address the need. In early days, I thought, by bringing girls, bring the solution for human traffickings. But at the process, I come to realize that we also need to do something significant work among the men. Because when these Badi girls grow up in our hostels, they need to marry with men. And in human trafficking, men is the main problem. Customers are men, traffickers are men, and people, those who sell beers and alcohol in the brothels, are men. So then I come to realize that we have to, do work to address the need of, girls and also the boys. And through that, we will do the holistic development in the village. So, in 8 years of time, we had great success. We also had great failures because, we had to learn the process and all the, strategy, skills, the policy that we have made somehow, somewhere also failed because people, different girls and different boys have different needs. So, but we are now making huge impact in the society. And as we grow our work, we are also learning. But what I have learned in my life is we have a huge success and few failures.
Yes, that's awesome. I love it. So just kind of thinking back to when I first met you in person. I guess I met you online, but then we met face to face when I came to Sarah's home. And one of the things that really stuck with me was what you shared from your first time going to the village and really seeing firsthand the complexity of the problem. Will you share just briefly kind of what that experience was, what you saw, and what really called you to action? Because I think a lot of times we see these things and we're like, what can we possibly do? But I think your story is just so moving, and it's something that people need to hear and understand, that this is a real issue, and it's not something that we can just take, take lightheartedly.
Yes. When I went to the village, the first incident that has captured my heart is like when Badi people would come to know that they have a baby girl in their womb, they would go to the brothel or call PIMS and deposit that child and get advance money, promising to the brothel owner that when the girl would become like 10 years, 11 years, 12 years old, they would bring that girl to the brothel. And that was the heartbreaking news for me. Girl's never been born.
Right.
It's already deposit that child to bring to the brothels. And I just felt that being a human being, being a man, I need to do something. It's not okay with me. And that incident has impacted my life. Another incident when I went to other village, 55 years old of grandmother, 35 years old of mother, and 15 years of grandchild, being naked in one room, selling their bodies. And we have to do something. And that has impacted my life. And I did everything what I can from my life, from my family. And today, with a small beginning, our work grew with 680 girls. And, through preventive program, we have almost 300 girls before 8 years of their age now living in a safe environment, studying an English program, in Kathmandu. And can you imagine that in future, these girls will become doctors, political leaders, journalists. And, you know, one time they were ostracized, and they have, you know, what do you call that, stand in their head. They are prostitutes. But time will come when people will trust their history. There were no longer, you know, the prostitutes stamp on their head, but they will become doctors. And they will become the mover and shaker in the society. And I believe that change is possible.
Oh, I love that. They will definitely become the movers and shakers because somebody spoke up for them when they didn't feel that they have a voice. Someone said, no, you have more worth than this. And it's just so interesting. I think, you know, I've been submersed in a lot of these things and having these conversations for a while. But what was so unique about what you shared with us is, I mean, I just never fathomed that this was an entire culture, an entire society based off of selling off their girls as young as, you know, premature infancy, like not even born yet. And then, you know, you'd even shared how, you know, just people out on the streets, men out on the streets, they're invited to come into the homes and sleep with the wife and sleep with the daughter. And it's like, what is this? It's craziness. We just, there's a lot of crazy stuff in America, but that was something that I had not heard. And it's just, it takes a minute for you to really wrap your head around that. I was telling my husband that the other night, and he was like, wait, what? We just can't fathom that this is what a society is built on.
Yes.
So you have 300 girls. I think there's some boys as well that you have rescued. If I recall, they're between the ages of 4 and 20.
Yes,
that you are helping facilitate, you know, their education and some of their other needs. So tell us how we can support these youth and how we can really, because I really feel like as we step in, a lot of times, you know, people just ask, oh my gosh, that's so overwhelming. Like, what can I possibly do? I'm just one person, or, you know, I don't have money to go save all these kids. We want to go save them all, right? We kind of get fired up. And I know me, like, I kind of, even right now, I just get like my stomach turns a little bit and I get a little shaky, and it's like, what can I possibly do? But I think, you know, one of the conversations that we had the night that I was there, and it seems to be a repeated theme, is that, you know, when we all link arms, we become very powerful.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm a mom of 5, and I go, oh, geez, I've already got enough going on in my life, right? But at the same time, like, what can I do? This is happening right now. This is one example of one thing that I can do, right? So I want to challenge everyone to think about that for a second. And we're going to, I think we're going to take a second to talk to Hanna, because I think that it's just so amazing to see that this is the first person that you met, and here she is in America. I mean, Hanna, did you even imagine in your wildest dreams that you would be doing this right now, or coming to America, having these conversations? It's got to be like, it's got to feel like a dream.
I never think, and I never thought, like, when like I'm here, you know, it's a miracle for me. And if I was in village, maybe I'm also selling my body, and like my sisters, like my others, you know, my villager. But you know, because of Raju uncle, he rescued me from my village when I was in 9 years old, and he gave me chance to study, and he gave me confidence. He gave me encouraged, and now I'm here, and now I'm talk with so many people, and I have so confident, and I have a hope, and I have a dream also, and yeah.
I'm curious to hear, I know you kind of touched on it when I met you the other night, but I'd love to have you share with everyone who's watching this now and who will watch the replay later. When you first met Raju and he shared with you that there was more opportunities for you, what was that experience like? What were did you believe him? Like what was going through your mind at that time?
Uh, no, first time when I saw Raju uncle, and I I saw like he's also customer like others, because so many people, so many men they came in our village, because of the one's girl, and like so the others people, some people they came like they took a lots of pictures for ours and our body peoples, and they make movie. But when they go back and they will never came again in our village.
Mm.
So that's the reason it's really hard for us to trust people, and mostly man also, like
Mm-hmm.
because father they sell their daughter, and husband they sell their wife. And I also, and the body girls when they are 6 or 7 years old, and their mother they teach how to like do makeup and how to perform dance, and how to solve man. and uh, and I saw same to Raju uncle, and the when I start to perform dance front of Raju uncle, then he said, no, I'm not here to see your dance. I just want to help your people. I just want to give education, good food, good clothes to all the girls. And then that time I was laughing, and my all the villagers they also laughing, and I said like, why he's doing joke, like I feel like he's doing joke like that.
Mm.
But him so many times, and like he's a so different person, and he's not like others, the so many man, like the higher caste people, like we are Dalit, it's untouchable. And they, so many men, they came our village, like when they came, when they enter our village, they look like a so gentleman. They look like a so, like powerful. And when they came inside our room, and, like they are like evil, and just they want our body. But he's different. And after that, he came so many times. Every time when he came, then he buy clothes for us, and he gave the the rice, vegetables, so many things. Then we believe him. Then we came Kathmandu. Yeah. And now I believe him inter of my life, and yeah, he's my real hero.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So tell us, so I mean, you're like a completely different human being now. Tell us and I loved when I heard what you shared the other night. Tell everyone what your dreams and your goals are for your future.
Yeah. Now I'm studying. My college is already finished now, and next month I'm going to join university to studying political science, because I want to be a Prime Minister of Nepal, and I know I can make it. And for the other people, maybe if I share my dream, they are laughing with me, but I hope, and I have a confident I can make it. And because I want to help all the Badi people, and I want to rescue all the girl from brothel. Yeah, I know I've never been in brothel inside, but I seen the horrible thing, and I seen the so pain, so tears, my village, and I feel how much pain the girls who they are in brothel. And so that's the reason I want to be a Prime Minister, because maybe I'm a first girl to have a like dream, like it's so big dream as a body girl. It's really hard for the like to be a Prime Minister. But I know, because I have so many people who help me, they support me and they encourage me. And so, and I want to make a change, and I want to uh, the I want to broke the rules of our country. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I cannot wait to celebrate with you when you become the Prime Minister. I can just feel it. It's going to be amazing. I seriously just like, you're my hero. I'm known as the SHERO, right? But I'm not the SHERO. I just help people find the SHEROs, and you're definitely a SHERO, a female version of a hero, right? So I love it. So maybe if we can get Raju to squeeze in with you guys, you can both share the camera. Tell our audience, what is the one thing that they can do to really help the two of you and really Nepal, the world, whatever that looks like? What are you guys doing, or how can people who are feeling called to act and feeling called to help and make a change and help you guys with your dreams and with your goals? What are the things that people can do to support you and help?
Many people can do many things, and but one of my goal to come to US is to raise sponsorship for 300 girls. We have 680 children, and but immediately, we have a need to feed our kids, and human trafficking, to stop human trafficking, it costs money. And
right.
680 children needs food, clothing, education, and all those things. But our immediate needs is 300 girls. And I come with this sponsorship profile to US, and I'm seeing huge response in this week. Many people have took initiative to take this sponsorship profile, and I just want to let people, those who are watching this Facebook Live program, is they can talk about sponsorship program at their house, at their workplace, and one sponsorship would cost $60, and $60 will help the entire month to help one goal that covers education, food, accommodations, and all other needs. And 3 people can sponsor one goal, like giving $20, $20, or whole family can take one child.
I love that. Yeah.
And like husband can save $10, wife can $10,
yeah.
Kids, those who are going to school, can save some money and help make huge difference. And I strongly believe that many people will come forward to support our work, and we can make a huge difference.
Yes, I love that. And I think some of the ideas that Sarah shared the other night, I thought were fantastic. Doing it with your family, inviting your extended family, aunts, uncles, grandparents, doing it with all the people that you know and love. She mentioned the idea of doing a book club, and members of the book club, support that child throughout the year. So there's definitely ways to do it, no matter what your budget is.
Yes.
If it's something that you feel called to do, and if you need support in finding a way to make it work, we are happy to help you figure out a way that you can help and support these kids. So definitely reach out to Sarah Davison-Tracy. She's on here giving all kinds of love in the comments. You can reach out to me as well, and I can connect you. I will be also putting a link after this recording ends. I will put a link. I'll edit the video so people can find where you can go. Just click the link. The info's right there for you to sign up to sponsor a child. And is there a specific, I guess the question for you, Raju, is do you get to choose, a specific child, a specific age, or do you choose for them?
Yes.
What does that look like?
Yes, we have brought a sponsored profile with the photo of the girls. And we have a special information on this booklet that they are people, those who sponsor the goal, they will receive a monthly update letter from a child every 4 months, and annual report, or on open request in certain cases we can set up Skype calls between the girls and sponsor, and and they are most welcome to visit their sponsor child. They can send gifts, cards, etc. There are many ways to connect with their sponsor child so they can have a family connection.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Sarah, I know you jumped off. Thank you for making all this possible and for connecting all of us together. There you are. Thank you, Raju, for all the work that you are doing on the ground. It's incredible, all the work that you and the time that you have devoted to this. And Hanna, you are just a delight. I'm so excited for you and your future because you're going to rock it, girl. I just know that you're going to do big things. So thank you, all of you, for being on here. Again, if you are wanting to, anyone who's watching this now or watching the recording later, if you're feeling called to connect with any of these guests that I've interviewed today, if you are wanting to take some action, sponsor a child, figure out a way to really get involved, contact any of us. Again, I'll put the link in this video. And just thank you so much, everyone, for your support, for being involved in such an important, I cannot even emphasize enough, cause that really, again, when we all link arms, however big or small our impact and what we're able to do right now, it really does make a big change when we all unite together. So thank you so much, Sarah, Raju, and Hanna. Thank you, everyone who joined us, and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks.
And thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
giving this opportunity.
You're so welcome.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.